Hello YouTube, we're going to have fun today. I'm going to talk about some octave electric mandolin and different scale lengths that I experimented with, and it's going to be a fun day. Before we launch in, I want to invite you to subscribe to Wayne's World of Mandolin if you didn't already, and give me a like on this content if you get something out of it. It's not all instructional mandolin, some of it's just me, sharing my experience, different things that I've been into through my career as a mandolin player. If you would be interested in some Skype sessions, you'll find a good email on me in the description of each video. And that same email is connected to my PayPal account that I set up for a tip jar. If anybody wants to support the channel that way, it would be greatly appreciated. So, on to this little guy, which is, I've wanted to make this video since I started the channel, but it's just so hard to get around to things now. With the winter moving into a different season and everything, our schedule is slowing down, so I'm hoping to get back to an upload every week. But anyway, this is a Hinds electric mandolin, which started out as a one-of-a-kind instrument. This is a 17-inch scale, which is pretty short for an octave mandolin, especially if it was an acoustic octave mandolin. There's no way you'd be able to get by with string gauges that are this light. But when you're going for an electric guitar, especially a Telecaster vibe, from things that I've learned, there's a YouTuber that I love. It's called Ask Zach, and I've learned a lot about Telecaster or just electric guitar in general from him. So if you're into electric guitar, you should check him out. But anyway, this is the same scale length of the mandola that I play. I have a video up about it. And the 17-inch scale, what I like about it is that you can play like when you're thinking in arpeggios and you're moving those shapes around on the fretboard, it still feels doable. Like even with the 18-inch scale that's common on mandola, it feels like such a stretch, especially if you're improvising. It can be distracting just trying to reach everything that you normally would just be able to do. So this scale length has really proven to be awesome to me. I tried some other Fender electric instruments, like a 3/4 size guitar and even a half size travel guitar, and none of it was really working for me. And I have a 67 Fender electric mandolin, but it isn't an octave, and it was just really, the notes can be so pinging. I mean, the notes are really high on an electric mandolin like that, and I was so thankful that Steve Hinds was willing to try this scale length, and I think he nailed it. This isn't an ad for Steve's stuff. If you think this is cool, you should check him out. He's an amazing builder. Strings through the body, it's the whole 9 yards, 4-bolt neck, everything about it. It's got a 2-way truss rod, just so much fun to play. And this would go right along with, if you've more than once, I know that I've recommended a book called The Practice of Practice, which has a chapter in it that I believe is called Go Go Gadget Practice. I could have some of this stuff wrong because it's been years since me reading the book, but man, it's a toy. I've used it and played and toured with it, recorded with it and all that, but just to be honest, it's a toy. It's something that's fun to do. But that book talks about, how having things like this that you just really enjoy, you find yourself playing and not really thinking about what you're doing, just, almost with a childlike approach. And sometimes that's the best thing for us. And this can put me in that mindset because it's not really anything that, there are no expectations for what's going to happen when I pick it up. I just play it for the fun of it. But I did record electric mandolin on our Cracker Barrel record with Third Time Out. And that was a regular scale length. It wasn't an octave mandolin, and it worked. And I really enjoyed, trying to support that record and traveling with that instrument. But the higher notes, again, especially in the bluegrass setting, it just didn't really work. And so when I talked to Steve about this scale length, he tried it. So it's all the way down, a full octave, just cool stuff to do. I have it in the single coil mode. These are push pulls. I think that's what people call them. They're EMG Select pickups, and when they're up, it's single coil. And most of the time when I play it, I just put the pickup selector to the middle. But if you really want that Telecaster bite, you can go to just the rear. And it's really got the punch and the snap back there, just like you would expect it to. And then, of course, all the way to the front for a lighter sound. So many different things that can, you can be inspired, like right there playing a chord that probably wouldn't come to mind if I was just sitting here playing my acoustic mandolin. I've probably never played that chord, demonstrating something, talking about a different instrument or something. So it's inspiration, in a different direction. So if you haven't ever checked out an electric mandolin, you owe it to yourself to at least give it a try. I know some of the Fenders they reissued the Fenders like the one that I have several years ago. I think they've stopped production on those at this point, but you can find those instruments really cheap, and they're a lot of fun. I enjoy playing those just for the live setting. I really do like the lower notes of this Octave mandolin. So hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I have. I love to talk about this stuff and to just find joy in owning something like this and being able to share it with you guys.